He's back. And you know what? It is to dizzle with the hizzle, alright? Did I play this game? No, I didn't play this game. Did I? I might have played this game. Yeah, I think I did. Oh, and I simmed the last of it because they wanted me to go play threes. That's right, okay. Okay, so... Okay, so where are we simming to now? It looks to be... All-Star break time. Because we're playing Tampa Bay in the Trop next month. So, we're simming to All-Star break. Which means... trading time. I love trading. It's my favorite thing to do in this game. Because I hate everybody. Chad Pinder for Matthew Boyd. No? It's my favorite. Oh, okay. 2 to 3 weeks. They always end up trading Whit Merrifield, and I don't know why, and that's kind of annoying to me. Like, why do you keep trading him? I don't understand. It's annoying. And they always get, like, nothing. I mean, they do get prospects, but, like, they're not the best prospects they can get. Matt Bowman for Austin Romine. I mean, I'm giving them way too much for that, eh? I don't think I'm not gonna do that. 6 months, just keep on the 60-day. And at All-Star break, we are 34-63. Hold on.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, Miguel Cabrera added 3 RBIs to his total as the Tigers were victorious over the Astros 5-3. As of right now,
Sounds of the Show, Inside the Show is off. There we go. Alright. Wait, did I say... Yeah, Inside the Show is off. Okay. So at All-Star break, we are 34-63. Definitely not contending. Probably one of the worst teams in the league. If not the worst, okay, we're probably second worst in the league behind... We're actually half game below the the Pirates. So we're the second worst team in the league. Third is the Pirates, but that's only by a half game. It doesn't matter who's the worst team in the league, because obviously we're still not competing no matter what. So it looks like Matthew Boyd has been having a good year, so I think we could ship him off for something quite good. Michael Fulmer, not the best year again this year. Daniel Norris has been picking it up recently, still hasn't had a great year, so he's not going anywhere. Nobody's going to want to take him. Zach Godley, not even in question. Spencer Turnbull, not a question either. I just want to get rid of some starting pitchers to open up room in the rotation. So it looks like I'm only going to have room for Matt Manning here, because Matthew Boyd, unless we throw a pitcher in a deal with somebody else. I think I have a trade with Matthew Boyd already set on my phone, so we'll see. Yes, right here. Matthew Boyd and Michael Fulmer. I don't know if that's very... I don't know if that's gonna be... really realistic here. So I might throw in... Okay, so I know Matthew Boyd's gonna be there. Now this is going to be for the third baseman that I have been talking about, Josh Young. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have anything to make it work though, and I said Brett Martin was in this deal as well, but I don't think that's gonna work out. So I think we're gonna have to throw in somebody that is kind of useful to us, but kind of not. So, for instance, Austin Romine could be, but then that'd be too much money. Yammer Candelario could be that person there. Because I want Josh Young playing from the beginning. So, honestly, I think Yammer Candelario could be the guy that's shipped away for Josh Young as well. He's been having a actually not so good year. It's not gonna work either because of budget. Nico Goodrum. I just don't want to like throw in Yaimer Candelario and it just not make sense because he's having a bad year, and so is Jorge Bonifacio, and Travis Demeritte is actually having a better year than both of them. So there's that. Jacoby Jones, horrible year. I just don't know if this is gonna work. So this is the trade that I had before the season started, but I think that required Michael Fulmer to have a decent year for this to work. So I'm thinking of throwing in Ivan Nova instead of Michael Fulmer and taking out Brett Martin. That's still not going to work. Spencer Turnbull. I mean, he's not having a horrible year. He's in the bullpen as well, so it's like not really. He started 14. Is he in our he's in our bullpen, right? Or is he not? He's not, actually. He's our 5th starter. Ivan Nova's in the bullpen. Okay. And Zach Godley is also in the bullpen. Spencer Turnbull's actually our 5th rotation starter. Ooh, okay. So I lied. But I think that really it kind of doesn't make sense because the Rangers aren't really competitors either. Kind of doesn't make sense for them to give up Josh Young like that. So I'm thinking this might not work out because because of realisticness, you know. Again, this would be the deal here. That would be the deal for Josh Young. I guess we'll throw in Yeimer Candelario. And we'll grab Brett Martin in return. Yeah. Well, that kind of seems fairer. You swap the third basemen, we get a relief pitcher in return for 2 starters. It seems fair. It seems something that would happen. I mean, but then again, Matthew Boyd has to go to a contender because, well, the Rangers contending, I would believe not. They are actually contending. They're in the wild card, so that is a good trade, actually, because the Rangers are contending, so they would be willing to do this trade. I thought they wouldn't be contending because it took me like 3 years to get a contending team with the Rangers, so yeah. But maybe because it's a game, you know, whatever. So this seems pretty fair. They get a new guy in the bullpen, or in the rotation. Jordan Lyles isn't having the best year, is he? Well, he's at a 381, so Kyle Gibson, 324. Kluber's definitely having a good year, you can tell that. Mike Minor, 318. Lance Lynn, 330 to 363. So actually, their pitching is done pretty well. But Matthew Boyd could definitely make their pitching even better. So I'm thinking this could be a good trade. Spencer Turnbull can just go to the minors, really. Yeimer Candelario can be a bench bat for him. Matt Adams. They traded for Matt Adams, which I didn't even know played baseball anymore. Oh, wow, okay. Didn't see that one coming. I would think, because Ronald Guzman's your first baseman. I know he's hurt, but I would think that he would be the guy you'd stick with. So this trade seems fair to me. I think I am gonna do this because I think it seems fair. They give a prospect and a relief pitcher for 2 starting pitchers, which one could possibly go in the bullpen as a long reliever or something. And we basically swap a third baseman, which Candelario is still kind of young, and honestly, he could turn a season around. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this trade, and there we go, there's that. So now Casey Mize is our best pitcher. Matt Manning will be called up. He'll be in the starting rotation. And since Turnbull was also sent down, I'm thinking either Tariq Skubal or Zach Godley will go into the 5th spot. And Brett Martin is now our best reliever besides Joe Jimenez. And yeah, that's basically that. I kind of want to get CJ Cron out of here. He's having a decent season. So I think that we'll try and find a trade for him. So then we could just bring up... Yikes. Okay. Well, I mean, that would mean Miguel Cabrera would play first, so... And I know we have Isaac Paredes, but then I said in the last episode he could be our future shortstop, or he could be our future second baseman, because I kind of want to ship off Jonathan Scope as well. So, I think CJ Crone, and honestly, what do we really need? I would say a prospect catcher. Just in case Jake Rogers doesn't work out, we need a prospect catcher. Now, I know Sam Huff is here, but I'm not going to make another trade with the Rangers. And even if I did, they don't have enough money to do so. So we're going to have to find somebody else. I'm going to say a C potential. I'm not going to go for a B potential. It just doesn't make sense, really. So... yeah, I think we'll go with the C potential catcher. That's young. And will help out later in the future. They have a lot of catchers here in Arizona, so I'm thinking that maybe they would be willing to get rid of one. He can hit, which is kind of good, because I like hitting. I like hitters. So I'm thinking Dalton Varsho here. No, the Diamondbacks are contending, right? They should be. I just want to make sure that this is, yeah, wild card. Okay. So I'm thinking CJ Crone could be a good trade for them, because, oops, what do they got at first base? They got Kevin Crone at first base. Wow, they actually have a stacked first base. But they could oh, they don't have a DH. Huh, okay, well, I just don't think it would really make sense for them to get another first baseman then. So let's just keep looking. $1.5 mil just to sit in the minors. Also not a horrible hitter. There's Francisco Mejia. He's got some contact to him. Not the greatest hitter though. Joey Bart. I'd like to have Joey Bart, but I just know that's not realistic. They're never going to get rid of Joey Bart. That's their top prospect. The Giants are never going to contend. Well, they will, but that'll be years in the future. Hadley Rutschman, man. Whatever. Okay. Connor Wong. Not the greatest hitting. He's kind of fast, and he's decent at fielding. So, I mean, maybe? Rays don't have any. Whoa, who is this? I don't know who the heck that guy is, and I'm a Rays fan. I have no idea who the dude is. That's crazy. Okay. Danny Jansen. Why exactly does this man have good hitting stats after hitting 207 last year? That doesn't really make sense to me. Whatever. Yep, no idea. Bo Naylor. I've heard about this guy. I don't know about Bo. I know I like the... Okay, I know I like Jake Bowers. I love Jake Bowers. Former Ray, now Indian. Both my two favorite teams. I like him, so it's cool. I'm not gonna get him though. So, MJ Melendez. He's got some power, but I'm afraid that he's one of those only power hitters, you know, like Mike Zunino, and I can't hit with those guys. I can't. Caleb Hamilton. He's kind of balanced. He's got some not horrible stats for hitting. Got some decent fielding stats as well. Pretty fast for a catcher. I think he's a potential person to pick up. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Crazy. Mariners, of course, having some bad luck with their team. Everybody's cold. I feel bad for Alex Smith, man. I really do. He had 510 at-bats last season. That's crazy. Back to the Rangers. I like Sam Huff, but they're not going to give him up. If I could, I would trade for Isaiah Kinder for Leffa, but he's out until after the deadline. Corey Lee, doesn't really make sense to trade for him. I mean, they wouldn't really give him up in real life. It's not it. He's like one of these guys. I don't want him either. Did we draft a catcher? We did, but we didn't sign him because he's not good. So we signed everyone besides him. I think actually Tejera could be a good player because he's 18. He's 56 overall. I know his potential's only 70, but I think he could definitely work his way up. I don't know if he's ever going to be really a main piece in the majors, but he could definitely work his way up to at least AAA. I just don't know what to do for catchers, honestly. Because we are not looking good at the catcher position. Not at all. I'd like to get rid of Austin Romine. If I could just dump him off somewhere, that'd be cool. Hopefully get maybe... I'd like to drop Jordy Mercer off somewhere as well. Alright, I'm back. I'm not 100% sure on what to do with CJ Crone. Maybe I just let him go after this year. Just hold on to him for the rest of the year and let him go. I'd like to get a trade for him, but really it doesn't seem that I can find somebody to trade for. I just need to find a contending team. Again, with a catcher. I kind of like this Connor Wong kid. I kind of liked him. So we'll look to see if Red Sox. I mean, they're 3.5 out of the wild card. I consider that contending. This wild card is definitely really tight. So I think CJ Crone for Connor Wong, and I might throw in like him. What could they use? Oh, they could definitely use the first baseman as well. They could use a starting pitcher. So maybe I could throw Michael Fulmer in. Open up another spot in the rotation. Or Daniel Norris, because he's having a better year. Yeah, so I think we'll throw in Daniel Norris. And for that, I'd like to see did we draft a second baseman? We did draft a second baseman. So that's not going to happen. We're not going to get a prospect second baseman. And I'm going to say just a prospect relief pitcher, really. So we're going to go with Daniel Norris and CJ Crone for Connor Wong and that guy, Hernandez. Should I go for him instead? No, we'll go for Hernandez. No way, Hernandez is in the majors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. Is he in single A? Jay Groom. Haven't heard that name in a little bit. Nathan Eovaldi is down in the minors. He's 65 overall. Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. So, yeah, we'll guess... Is he in the majors, or is he... Yes, he's in the majors. Okay, well then we'll just take the dude down here in the minors. Durbin Feltman. Daniel Norris and CJ Crone for Connor Wong and Durbin Feltman. That gives them their first baseman. It gives us relief pitching of the future. Technically, actually could be for the now. And it gives them another starter in their rotation because they're also struggling with starters. So, there's that. Wish I could give them Jordan Zimmerman. However, nobody is going to take him. So now that he's gone... We said we drafted a first baseman? No. We need a first base prospect. We need a first base prospect. So I'm going to say Austin Romine here. Is he in the majors? Ah, crap. I don't want him in the majors. I don't want him in the majors. Okay, so Austin Romine. I want to get rid of Jonathan Scope, so maybe Austin Romine is going to stay around. Jonathan Scope, and we need a first base prospect. Josh Ockhamy's not going to do it. I don't think that's gonna work. Nick Prado. They don't really have a first baseman, so I don't know. Why is Miguel Sano first baseman? I'm not gonna ask any questions. Albert Pujols. Whoever made this roster must be an Angels fan. Yeah, definitely. These kind of stats. He didn't pitch last year? He had to have pitched last year. Pitched in 2018. Did pretty well, but I could have swore he pitched last year. But I guess not, so he's good at hitting. He can hit. His pitching is not that great. I think he's way overhyped as well. When I say way, I mean way overhyped. And Jonathan Scope's also got to go to a contending team. So... it's just destined to happen. I mean, his name is Bryce. Come on. You can't not have that. Come on, like seriously, his name is Bryce. I mean, that's my name, so it just makes sense. Eric Thames. Yeah. Yikes. Why does it look like there's two spaces in between his name? Ryan Braun, Logan Morrison. I haven't seen this guy in forever. I mean, he used to, I loved him on the Rays. He was a nice guy. I got a picture with him. But apparently hasn't done well after his tenure with the Rays. Yikes. Very much so, yikes. Best season was in Miami. Okay. Well, move on. Okay. This is just tough. Seth Beer. Okay. Here's the reason why I'm gonna get Seth Beer. Look at the people at first base they have. They have people for then, now, and the future. 29, 27, 28. 27, 28. 29, that's a little on the edge. But 27 and 28, come on. It's gonna happen. And Jonathan Scope as well. Could pretty sure Cattell could play the outfield. Right. Move Cattell Marte to the outfield. Jonathan Scope plays second. Boom. Heck. Move Marte to short. No. Ahmed to third. Eduardo Escobar to first. And Christian Walker to the outfield. I don't know. I just know it's going to work out. Okay, I'll move somebody out to the outfield. And they'll play in replacement for Cole Calhoun. Or Scope is still kind of young. He's having a good season. In fact, he's an all-star. Even though, because they have to pick somebody on the team to be an all-star, so they just picked him. So, Scope to the Diamondbacks for Seth Beer. Do I do the straight swap? Or do I make it a little spicier? Throw in some other people. I like Addison Russell. I'm not too fond of Nico Goodrum. Absolutely despise Jordan Mercer. I don't know why. It's just not it. He's not it. So I'm saying I throw in Jordy Mercer. I take Cole Calhoun in replacement, and he can I say just do the swap of Jonathan Scope and Seth Beer. Maybe they can... Yikes. Pitching rotation's pretty good. John Duplantier. So I say just do this swap, honestly. Jonathan Scope for Seth Beer. I get Seth Beer, first base prospect, and also probably going to be playing the outfield. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Is there any more trades that I want to do? Michael Fulmer is not going to happen. Michael Fulmer's not going to happen. Who else is there? Austin Romine. We'll try and make that happen. Jordy Mercer probably won't happen. So Austin Romine. Maybe we keep him around. Just for the year, obviously. Jordy Mercer. what could we get in return for somebody that's in the minors that we don't use and could just go to a team to dump them off? I'd like a relief pitcher, but I am just not sure if I can get one. I can't look at that. Really, I just want to give it to somebody that's not contending. Or it needs a bench bat for the contending team, so maybe I should give it to a contending team just for a bench bat, eh? Hey, with a first in speed. First at something. So looks like might go to the Blue Jays for this. What does their lineups look like? Okay, they're sitting Danny Jansen. Reese McGuire's their catcher. Okay. Looks like Bo Bichette's fielding. Lourdes Gurriel is left field. Okay, and they could probably use this bench bat here. No, not really. Who else is contending that could be using, or in need of a bench bat here? The Twins, the Indians. The Indians are contending, by the way. They're in the wild card race. Astros, the A's, Yankees. I think the Yankees could possibly use them. I know that might sound crazy, but bench bats. Chris Iannetta. I haven't heard this name in a long time. Okay. Well, I guess not. Wander Franco should not be on the bench. Brandon Lau should not be on the bench. Kevin Kiermaier should not be on the bench. Randy Orozana, seriously? A Rosarina. I still think he's better than that, but whatever. I mean, just, like, if you, okay. This is the problem here. You really think Yandy Diaz is better than Brandon Lau? You got a problem, man. You got a problem. That's not true. It's not true at all. Yeah, Yandy is 300 plus at bats, and Brandon Lau doesn't. But I don't know. It's just like Lau is the better player to me. I don't know. It just seems like he's so underrated, honestly. I don't know who this kid is. I know he's in the minors. Apparently he played for St. Louis. And this is a guy that we got from the Tommy Pham trade. No. This is the... No. Who did we trade to St. Louis last year? Or during the offseason? I'll find that out in a second. I need to find their team, though. Aha! He was part of the Jose Martinez trade. And we gave up... Let me think. Okay, what was Brad Miller? It's a former Ray, but we didn't give him up. Who did we give them in return? There he is. Matthew Laborator. That is who we gave up in the St. Louis trade for Jose Martinez. If I'm going to be 100% honest, yeah, sure, he could be a 90 potential, but come on, let's be realistic here. Kiermaier shouldn't be sitting. Oh wait, durability doesn't affect overall. That doesn't matter either. Arm strength, arm accuracy, reaction. We haven't seen this dude play in the majors, let's be real. Yeah, he played for St. Louis, but not... $79 overall? Yikes. Yoshi Setsugo. Give the man some respect. I mean, look at his stats. Give the man some respect. Also, give Nate Lowe some respect, too. Okay. Hopefully they don't trade Brandon Lau, but knowing this game, every single time I do one of these, they trade Brandon Lau, so there's that. Okay, so who was I trying to trade? I was trying to trade Jordy Mercer. And in return, I was trying to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 relievers. It's not gonna work out. We need more prospect relievers. Pretty sure we drafted some as well, right? Yes, 1. He'll be in the majors now, all the way from the beginning. Avalos might be in the rotation. Not sure. No, he won't be in the rotation. He'll probably be in the bullpen as a long reliever. He'll be in the bullpen, maybe. He will be. Definitely he will be. We still need some more relief pitchers, though. And I don't know who to grab. Okay. I saw somebody down here. Jake Faria. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna bring in Jake Faria. I don't know, I've always liked Jake Faria. I don't know why. Maybe it was the name. Or the face. Why did I ever like Jake Faria? Maybe it was the potential I saw in him. I don't know. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. What? Oh, sorry, Pupper. Didn't mean to hit you. Okay, so that's probably that right there. I feel like we could really just ship off some of these third base prospects. Paredes is probably going to stay for middle infield. I like Josh Young in the hot corner. Yeah. So there's that. Jake Faria for Jordy Mercer. They get a bench bat. You know, this game sometimes is weird, so the Brewers aren't contesting. I guess they kind of are. They're 6.5 back, but that's still... It still kind of makes sense. So Jordy Mercer for Jake Faria. Oh, I meant to look at their lineups. They could definitely use a bench bat, yep. Oh, not what I wanted to do. And Jordy Mercer. And maybe throw in like, no, we'll just do that swap. Okay, there we go. So there's that. We now have Jake Faria in our bullpen. We don't have the minimum requirement for second baseman, but that will change as soon as we change Isaac Paredes to a second baseman. Do I want to call him up? I don't know. I don't want you here. 2, 3 minutes. Begin with 2, 3, 4. 5. I kind of want to DFA Zach Godley, see if anybody will take that off my hands. That'd be great. And, oh, so perfect. Actually, DFA, and we'll outright to AAA, to where then we can bring up Tyler Alexander. Ivan Nova as well. We'll DFA him as well, just so we can bring up this kid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 2, 2. Can only bring up one person, and I think that one person is going to be Paredes. I still don't know how to say his name. That's Cameron Jacoby Jones. Cameron Maben. I don't know if we really need Cameron Maben. I think we should just send him down to AAA and he's only 32. I thought he was a lot older. Bubbles. I thought he was like 36, because he's like a 12-year senior. Now he's 10 years. But this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Possibly 5 later. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is a team. How many people do we have? 89, so we just need to sign one person. What could that person play at? I'd say a starting pitcher. No, thank you. Be potential. Oscar Colas, the outfielder that I have. Same name, same everything. What? I know he's a two-way player, but that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you put him in the game twice? That's not how you do this. Okay, well, that's weird. Oh, wait, 19-year-old? Be potential? I'll take him. You know what? I'll take him off your hands. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Oscar Colas, same everything. Okay. We only have 22 people in AAA. Is there a reason for that? 2 on waivers, that would be 24. 2 on injured list. Oh, who's injured in our Major League Ball Club? Rony Garcia. relief pitcher. Which means Alex Wilson will get the boot once Roney comes back. Okay. So I'll send Alex Wilson down to AAA when Roney comes back in 1 to 2 months. Now for AAA, who's hurt there? First baseman Brandon Dixon. Okay. So that would just bring me to 26, 12. That's, should be 90, right? 2 over there is 24, 2 more, it's 26, yeah. Alright. Adam Ottavino for Cameron Maben. I don't need him, so no. They don't need Cameron Maben either. Just gonna check who we've got here. Do we have anybody? I know we had Jonathan Scope. Looks like he's going to represent us in the AL team, even though he was traded to the Diamondbacks. Okay. Is there anybody that we traded for that's an all-star? I wouldn't think so. Nope. AL wins. It's time to sim to the game against the Rays. Victor Rays is out 1 to 2 months. That is not good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not good that I accidentally let this happen. Yeah. Okay, well, time to extend some people. Casey Mize, he's not looking for anything past 3 years, so there we go. Michael Fulmer, I'm not 100% sure that I want to bring him back. We'll see. There we go. Jorge Bonifacio. I don't know about Bonifacio. He's a platoon. Looks like it says bench, but he's definitely a platoon. I don't know why he's not playing against lefties. Hello. Seth Beer. Austin Romine shouldn't be playing. Travis DeMerit should. Cabrera, Seth Beer. Actually, we'll do that. No, we'll do that. leading off. Why are you batting fourth? Okay, this entire lineup needs to be revamped. Okay, our speed. Okay, Daz Cameron, you're leading off. There you go. Looks like Seth Beer might be batting fourth here. Yes, Seth Beer will be batting fourth. Third is still Miguel Cabrera. Anybody else with some good speed? Jacoby Jones will be batting last. Jake Rogers 7, Russell 8, Paredes 6. He could lead off, but I'm not going to make him lead off, so yeah, there you go. Next, once Seth Beer, Josh Young, Matt there. Seth Beer can play the outfield, so that's what we're gonna do. But I think we're putting Daz Cameron in right, Seth Beer in left. Seth Beer at fourth. Daz Cameron leads off. Here, like I've done before, this is what we're gonna do. There you go. Daz Cameron. Travis DeMeritt. Maybe he should come in for Jacoby Jones. And then I'll just have Michael Former bat ninth. Platoon. I don't want to play. And again, Jacoby Jones, Austin Romine, Seth Beer. Here's this. Here's the problem here. Jorge Bonifacio. Cameron Maben. There you go. There's problem solved. Jorge Bonifacio will play left. Cameron in right. No, Cameron in center. Jacoby Jones in right. In fact, that's what we're going to do here. As well, Daz Cameron. He's going to be playing center. So, there's that. Okay. Now we need a leadoff batter for lefties. Josh Young could be a leadoff batter, but then again, I think the job should go to somebody with some speed. So Daz Cameron again will be leading off. Here, I know that Jacoby Jones has some good power against lefties. Looks like that's the case there. Miguel Cabrera cannot be left out of the 3 spot, even though he expects a platoon spot, so maybe we can move him out of that 3 spot, so I guess we could move him to like, oh, wait, hold up, yeah, 2, and we'll do this every day. We'll actually need somebody with some... Actually, Miguel Cabrera is a person that should be batting third in this lineup. Surprisingly, that is correct. Against righties, Miguel Cabrera should be batting third. But against lefties, he should not be batting third. I need somebody quick. I guess Addison Russell's technically kind of quick, so... I like somebody like Jorge Bonifacio, but he's going to be batting fourth. Alright, next, we have 4 people that we want to put in here, so we need to figure out who's coming out. Okay, bang, bang. We'll fix positions in a second. Boom, bam. He's batting, about there. That's that. No, that's that. In fact, I need to make sure this is correct against righties as well, because I think I did it wrong against righties. Yes, I did. There we go. So against lefties, this is with DH, but we're on without DH. Okay, so Daz Cameron is leading off. Always. And Miguel Cabrera. And Jorge Bonifacio. No, sorry. Jacoby Jones. Then Bonifacio. Josh Young. Isaac Paredes, which is not here. Jake Rogers. Ooh, excuse me. Paredes, Rogers. Okay, so Rogers, Beer, Addison. I don't think that Addison should be playing, so there. Paredes, Rogers, Beer. There we go. Bonifacio should be playing the outfield. Okay. Jacoby Jones can play third. Josh Young should be able to play like second. Come on. I'll go look at his secondary positions. I'll go look up what positions he can play. But we're going to do this. I guess Seth Beer for now will be sitting out here. And Paredes there. I guess Seth Beer will be sitting out for right now. But we'll look at Josh Young's secondary positions. Sorry, my phone is really slow right now. No. That's not gonna sound right for me. That means she's gonna lose trust for him. Nah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, third baseman. He's a Texas Tech Red Raider. Does he play any other positions? That's my question here. So, and shortstop. It says and shortstop on his baseball reference page. So I'm going to go change him to a shortstop. Well, I'm not going to change him to a shortstop. I'm going to put his secondary position to shortstop. It says Josh Young, positions, third baseman is shortstop, bats right, throws right, 6'2", 215, and, like, overseas measurements of that. And he's in the minors for the Rangers, so... yeah, so he can play shortstop as well. So I'm just gonna make a secondary position shortstop, and even though we're probably never gonna use this lineup right here, but if we have to, then bam, we've got it done. Okay, so there's that. The pitching rotation is set. It stinks that I had to do it mid-game. I know I did not just pitch Michael Fulmer back-to-back games. I'm just checking. I did not. And it seems that everybody will be ready to be pitching during their scheduled time, so that's good. Fulmer, Mize, Manning, Skubal, Alexander. I will be pitching with one of the new guys. No, I'm not going to use Tyler or Michael Fulmer. Matt Manning had his first two games are great. Casey Mize still not having the best season. Skubal. Brewers are interested. Okay, you're gonna offer me Alex Claudio for Cameron Maybin. I need the bullpen help, but I don't want the bullpen help. You know what I'm saying? And also, I don't use Cameron Maybin. They offered me this. I don't want the bullpen help because I don't want to be good. Okay. I don't know. Look at Faria go. Okay, Faria. Okay. Nice. I just don't think that makes so much sense. And honestly, they're giving me way too much for Cameron Maybin. I don't understand why they're giving me so much for Cameron Maybin. He's having a decent season too. I don't understand what the whole deal is about. I don't understand that. I guess we'll take the trade, sure, but it just doesn't really make sense to me on why they would trade him. And then we have to pull somebody else up for the outfield. And I didn't really think about this because everybody that we have is a prospect. But I guess we could pull up what somebody that's most likely not going to be used. Oh my goodness, excuse me again. Whee! 3 injured, that would put me at 27 out of 26. But one's gonna get the boot. That's 26. Who all is hurt on the MLB roster? You're staying. You're staying. You're staying. You're gone. That's 26. Oh, I made the lineups without Victor Reyes. So when he comes back, we're gonna have some trouble. Okay. That's fine with me. I can work through that. Scooble. Brett Martin. Josh Young. Jake Faria. Excuse me. Nope. Nobody else is most likely to come back, honestly. I guess we'll use Alex Claudio. He's gonna be a bullpen. You want to bring down your salary a lot. He's gonna accept this. No? Kidding me right now? I don't know if I want to bring him back on this. I mean, 3.2 million per year? That's a yikes, man. 2.7 for a relief pitcher? 2.7 million for a relief pitcher. Oi. Knox Claudio's gonna go here. Brett Martin's gonna go there. Just make sure there's no relief or long relief. There you go. Okay. 343, 403, 77. Tyler Alexander, Major League debut. Okay. Anybody on this block that we would want? Is he hurt? he's hurt. Can't trade him because he's hurt. Alright. To the drop we go. And oh my goodness. Everybody's tired. Everybody's doing bad. Oi. 212, 195, 118, 107, 220. Yikes. Michael Fulmer's got a better batting average than all of you people.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Yandy Diaz looks to keep up the pace in the AL batting title race right after this. Brendan McKay is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, with a guy like him, you're just looking for quality innings. Usually he'll give you 6 or 7, and he keeps the team in the ball game. And when you think about it, what else do you really want from your starter? He's capable of shutting a team down and dominating, but that's not what's expected of him all the time.
Into the box now, Daz Cameron. He will lead this one off today. First pitch coming, here it is. Cut fastball taken for strike one. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of the series.
Margot will back up and put this away for a long out, number 1. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. One out, nobody on. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
That is third. The right field, number 21, Jacoby Jones.
Jacoby Jones the next to hit. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Didn't miss by much there, but it's just a bit high. Hard on the ground toward short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Tyler Alexander gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on it?
Hey, you can only win your first big league game once, and in his last start, he did just that. I'm sure that ball is put away someplace very special. Nothing more he'd like to do than get win number 2 here in this one.
Now batting, Wander Franco. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Wander Franco.
Pitch on the way. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving it.
So, this was it. Alright,
in the right direction.
The 1-2. This is hit softly to third. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. He's really swung the bat well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's hitting over 300 against southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit this one.
Into the box, Hunter Renfroe, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Comes in here right at 260. 15 long balls, and he's driven in 45. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Now the 2-0.
Outside, that's the ball.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
So stepping in, Austin Meadows, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. We are still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Jorge Bonifacio. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 home. Curveball grounded towards second. Adames picks it up, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift.
Seriously.
He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Standing in now, Josh Young. Swing and a liner. Foul. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Popped him up. Diaz has a play. 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
Now at the plate, number 19. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Curveball taken outside to begin the at bat. Ball 1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Brandon Lau. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Number 8.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
It doesn't swing like that. What is this? Don't mess with the Rays, man.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
It's so not okay. Renfro and Lau.
Swing and a liner.
What is this, dude? He doesn't.
And the Rays are into the hit column with their first hit of the contest.
He doesn't swing like that.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
And that'll bring in Yandy Diaz. He had a strong showing at the plate in the first half, currently sitting in 3rd place in the league's batting race.
Yeah, well within striking distance to get himself a batting championship title here. He's going to have to put together a nice second half to get it done.
What is this batting stance?
And that one swung on and missed 0-1. And despite his success with the bat this year, he's going through a really tough stretch in recent games, batting under the Mendoza line over his last 10.
Yeah, he struggled the last 10 games, no doubt about it, but the sample size in the first half is too big. It's only going to take one swing for him to get right back on track.
Struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
1-0 the count. From the stretch. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. And he's really continued to look great in the second half of the season. Over the last 10 games, hitting over 300.
He's been so consistent all year. His timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. Probably going to battle for a batting title the rest of the way.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And that's through into center field. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at 3rd from testing things here.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single.
What is Mike Zunino's batting stance?
Sent it back right where it
Do you realize this game has
well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Zunino brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Lau at 3rd, Diaz at 2nd, Choi at 1st, 1 gone. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Bonifacio looking up. Gone! It's a grand slam.
This game sucks.
So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Home run number 16 for him on the year as they move on top 4-0.
Grand Slam's got to fire you up right here. Not only just an unbelievable at-bat, but 4 stakes to boot to give your team the lead. Couldn't be more fired up.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. She'll lay off
Okay,
the
if I'm
curveball in the dirt for
looking at this
ball 1.
correct, Manuel Margot
This is a situation where you almost have to play mind tricks on yourself if you're out there on the mound. 4 runs have come across already this inning, but now the bases are empty. He's not in danger anymore, so he's just got to tell himself he's doing fine, and he just needs to get this inning over with.
Ready for another chance? Wander Franco. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Cameron's there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. But one more look here at the big blow for the Rays. Now in the box, Jake Rogers. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Hit high and deep out to left field.
Perfect liner. Gone.
Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run for him on the season. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Well, if you're going to get your first hit of the game, you might as well do it with a bang. He thought he could squeeze one past him, but he thought wrong.
Into the box now, Seth Beer. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And Lau is there for the catch. There's one gone. And with one away, time for a check of the standings as you see where the Rays stand in the American League East. Now at the plate, Addison Russell. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And looking at his post All-Star break performance, his pace has slowed down a bit, but not to the point where there's any real reason for concern just yet.
Yeah, he's certainly slowed. His timing looks a little bit off these last 10 games, but still finding a way to work that one knock a night in there and keep everybody off his back. I think he figures it out pretty quick here.
The 2-1. This one's down to 3rd. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the center field.
Standing in, Daz Cameron. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Hit in the air out to center field.
Oh, come on.
Margot's under it.
How?
Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Tigers able to claw one back on the strength of this solo shot. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. The Rays 4 and the Tigers 1. Bottom of the inning now, and striding forward the designated hitter, Hunter Renfroe.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
0-1 count and the pitch. Now a drive by Renfroe. This is hit well out to left. And gone. An absolute bomb.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home. Grounded to third. Right to him. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Brandon Lau. He singled his last time up. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. So that's his second knock of the game, and you can add this to his ever-growing list of multi-hit performances this season.
Does this guy ever look bad at the dish?
And the third baseman makes the play. That ends the inning. So striding forward now, Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Dude, come on.
And Lau is there for the catch. There's 1 gone.
My only hit is a freaking home run. It's so stupid.
Striding in, Jacoby Jones comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
I don't know what overall Brendan McKay is, but apparently he's
delivery
Jesus.
to him on the way. This is hit high in the air out toward left
How?
center. Heading after it is Margot. He makes the running play.
God,
2 down.
Dude. This game is so
And
dumb.
that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The cutter runs outside, ball 1.
I may like the Rays, but I know damn well that friggin' Brendan McKay should not be throwing a one-hitter.
Trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
'83 overall. No. Secondary positions, first base. Also, no. He's an outfielder. I'm simming the rest of this game because... I'm simming the rest of this game.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Rays took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end.
Batting stances and basically everything, because Franco should be a DH. Adames should be short. Lau should be playing second. Who was DHing that game? Let me think who was playing. Okay, left center was Margot, right was Meadows, so Renfroe was the DH. Okay. So Franco should be DH. Adames should be short. Lau should be second. Kiermaier should be playing. if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I'd put Yandy at first, Lau at second, Margot in left. No, Margot in right, Meadows in left, Renfro is DH, Franco at... Can I like... Is there a way to allow me to do their stuff for them? Because I want to fix everything about this. Margot should not be batting fourth. Renfro should be batting fourth. Meadows third. Franco should be leading off. Lau should be second. Yandy Diaz should be fifth. Choi shouldn't be playing. Kiermaier should be batting ninth. Sanino 8. Instead... Oh, okay. Okay, let's go fix this. Let's just fix this real quick. Yeah, sure, you could be an 88. There's that. Now what do we got for lineups here? He's still in. Hold on, if we advance one day. If we advance a day. He's still in the lineup. Against righties. Okay. Okay, let's fix this even more then. So, Adames is shortstop. Franco is DH. Diaz should be first. No, hold on. If we do... Diaz at first base. Right? Diaz will go to first. Franco will go to third. I know I clicked the other way. Okay, so you have first, second, third, short, DH, center, right. I'm gonna have to go because that lightning strike was very, very close.